Where's your devotion? Where's your devotion? Hi Pisces, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody from front to back. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You may need to swap roles throughout the reading. I am just deciphering a story the best I can from reading energy and the messages I get. So I could be talking about you, another person, and I could be talking about you, your person, another individual or party at any time throughout the reading. Just swap roles as necessary. Do not stretch or overextend yourself to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Okay, check your other placements because your messages could be there. I do want to say thank you so much for everybody who is supporting this channel. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment, leave feedback. I try to get back to everybody. This is a passion of mine, and I greatly appreciate you all here for the journey. So, once again, thank you. Alrighty, I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Alright, so what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Let's see, messages for Pisces. Let's start off with you. A card for you, Pisces. The Lovers. And a card for your person. The King of Coins. Past energy. The Three of Cups. Present energy. The Tower. Intuition. What's your intuition telling you? The Ace of Swords. And what is your challenge? The Ten of Pentacles. And advice? The Knight of Swords. And for the person on your mind, what are they thinking? How are they feeling? What's their next move? Justice. And bias and caution for Pisces. Bias and caution. Four of Swords and guidance. One more. The guidance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Swords. Okay. And then you've got the Five of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. All right. Let's pull a crystal card for Pisces. Oh. I'm going to take the one that fell on here. Oh, you got two. You'll get two. How about that? Okay. Lapis lazuli and zoisite. 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 Alrighty. So lapis lazuli. Balance is what this stone can help with. Harmonizing your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical selves. It brings inner peace when used with meditation. This beautiful stone opens the third eye and allows you to see inside of yourself. You'll see the real you. And then you've got zoisite. Zoisite is in tune with your emotions. This sacred stone can shift emotions and help break through emotional trauma. When anxiety and worry flood your mind, this stone will assist you in your meditation. It allows you to use its celestial energy to let go of the angst. Alrighty, so balance, harmonizing mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual self, inner peace. worry flooding the mind. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to say at this time you're feeling quite in a state of bliss. And this is a great thing because it's, I'm so sorry, one second. It's giving that you've really tapped into your inner peace. And this has to do with some sort of truth that has come to the surface. And maybe this is a truth that you've revealed within yourself. Maybe it's something you've discussed with your partner or with this person, with this connection. Let's get further into the reading and see. Okay, so on your end, you've got the Lovers, and that's self-explanatory, right? It's you know, loving union. You're in love with this person. It looks like on their end, they've got the King of Coins. So it looks like stability, reliability, structure. It looks like it's going well for you at this time. So let's clarify the Lovers and see. We've got the Hermit, alrighty. So like I was saying in the beginning, it looks like some sort of truth has been revealed within you. So maybe you found something out about yourself that has made you more comfortable in your skin and connecting with this person. The King of Coins on their end, clarified by the Lovers. I love it. In the past energy, we've got the Three of Cups. Let's clarify and see what that is saying. The Page of Materials. And then the Tower here in the present moment. And that's what I'm saying. I think that something has been revealed. Let's see. You got the Queen of Voices and the Three of Wands, or Three of Inspiration. Okay. So, you're in love with this person. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You're in love with this person. You have gone inward to maybe heal some old wounds, do some introspective work here, look at yourself, see really how you're showing up to this connection. And there's been some sort of breakthrough that has happened in regard to this that has really provided stability, structure, reliability. It looks like you guys are very ambitious together, and there, the feeling's mutual here. So I'm giving that this person has been very healing for you, or maybe the roles are reversed. You've been very healing for this person. There could be a bit of tension right now, but we'll get to that. In the past here, it looks like maybe you guys started off as friends, and this was manifested. Maybe you guys manifested each other. You started off as friends. Maybe there's an underlying friendship here. Either way, this was brought into fruition by you two, and you guys were brought together to cross paths for a reason. Now, in the present energy, there is the Tower. That is sacred destruction. So that is something that is that falls apart in order for something better to come together. This has had to do with boundaries that were set, or possibly just having respect for each other. Now, boundaries are really important in a connection, because when you have boundaries, you have respect. You show each other that you're able to navigate these things together, and it actually promotes intimacy, trust, honesty. It promotes connection, because when you guys are respecting each other's boundaries, you feel much more seen, heard, and able to communicate in a safer way, because you feel like it's reliable, it's safe. The Three of Wands here is showing that this is something that you guys have worked on for a while, and it is coming to a turning point. This is looking good. This is looking like it's going in the right direction. Now, let's get down to your intuition here. Truth, clarity, breakthrough, the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you guys, like I said, have reached a turning point where this is, yeah, look at that, clarified by the Hanged Muse. You guys are letting go of something, letting go of a past way, moving into a new phase or a new step in the relationship, which is why, there may be a little bit of tension at this time. In your challenge here, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. This is This is like a lesson or some sort of some sort of learning experience for the both of you. And we're going to clarify that with the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Ace of Materials. So there's a brand new opportunity that has presented itself upon learning this information and releasing something after there has been a truth. So the tower fell, essentially. There was talk of moving forward. You guys have mutual energy toward each other. There's a releasing of old patterns, old ways, and that came along with the truth. And the lesson has allowed this new opportunity. Now, this challenge of this new opportunity is what you're facing at this time. Your advice here is to move toward it swiftly. Knight of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Voices. Do not delay. Do not go back and forth. Make a decision, move toward it swiftly, and I'm getting here self-sabotage with the Seven of Voices. Like I just said, don't make sure you are firm in your decision on how you would like to move forward with this person, because faltering at a later time or making a decision when you're not actually ready to, that is self-sabotage. I mean, you could, it shows that it would breed distrust or some sort of rift in the connection. Your person, in what their next move, how they're feeling, and what they're thinking, they've got Justice clarified by the Tower. So it looks like this may have been something that stemmed from this person that they were requesting, maybe. It looks like they had a hand in the Tower, and it looks like it's good for both of you. But this was, you might be conforming to this person in some way. And so I guess that is what you really need to weigh right here, because in your bias, you've got rest, the Four of Swords, rest, peace, recuperation. I'm not getting that exact message here. Oh, okay. I'm not getting that exact message, though. I'm getting here that okay, so like rest, lay down. I'm getting here that you kind of conceded, laid down, and didn't really maybe speak up for yourself. So I want to ask, make sure you are comfortable and actually on board with whatever this new opportunity, releasing. Are you able to commit to this? Are you able, like, you want it, I get it, but this self-sabotage here is concerning, especially when you're moving so quickly into something. And then in your bias, you've got, the Four of Swords, clarified by the Page of Inspiration and Temperance. So ambition and, no, I'm sorry, having this passion, is it going to bring balance and harmony? Are you comfortable with this change? Are you putting on a face for this? Or are you sharing your side? And then in your guidance here, there's the Six of Swords. Let's clarify with the Nine of Voices. Yeah, Pisces, and then you've got the Five of Pentacles here at the bottom. Pisces, I don't think you are speaking up for yourself, which would make sense with the stones you got here. So earlier I was saying that you are coming to a sense of peace. What I'm actually getting here is that you have a lot of inner turmoil and you need to find a sense of peace by sharing your side, sharing what you actually are feeling, instead of just kind of going along with, when you like somebody, you might say things that's like, oh yeah, that's good, that's cool, I understand, perfect, yes, very agreeable. That will just build resentment within you, and you will start to feel more and more stuck. Not only stuck, but taken advantage of, You'll start to feel devalued, essentially, and unappreciated. So let's go back here to your intuition. Some sort of clarity, truth, breakthrough. So it's this aha moment, right? And this came upon releasing maybe an old way of thinking. Maybe you were partially convinced. Maybe you were shown a new perspective and you're like, oh, okay, I can see. And you had this connecting moment. Your challenge was the lesson that brought. Maybe you haven't processed it fully, but the new opportunity was also presented at the same time, in hand with this. So processing this would be essential in order to move toward and obtain this, the opportunity. However, this is fast moving, Knight of Swords. Your advice is to move into it quickly if you want to, if you think you can, that is. Seven of Voices. Something here might be blocking you. It might be something you need to communicate. It might be something that you are just doubting. But, only you can say what you're feeling. And you really got to tap into your heart space and see. And silence that mind, silence the inner critic and the doubt, and actually communicate and, feel this. What are you feeling? Your person here, they're happy. They feel some sort of justice has been done. They feel like maybe there's been a rebalancing. Again, this could all be swapped. The roles could be swapped, so keep that in mind. But some sort of balance has happened here. But still, I think that this person was the one, or you, if this is a swapped reading, who really set the tower up, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but again, are you okay with this drastic change? Because the tower is like, okay, great, it's there, but it falls, it crumbles, it's chaos, and then something bigger and better is built in its place. But is that what is bigger and better for both of you? Is that something that you want to build with this person? Now, in your bias here, I think maybe you haven't spoken up because you maybe have just said, been agreeable, laid down. This is like, you didn't really put up a fight here. You wanted harmony and balance. So you kind of, page of inspiration, you were kind of excited for something, when really you wanted to rest on it more and kind of find your peace, find your sense of knowing in regard to this. So maybe up here in your intuition space, this is telling you that you need to let go of something for a moment in order to get clarity. Instead of this clarity has come in, and that is asking you to let go of an old way. Maybe this is, you got to let go of this situation for a moment to obtain this clarity, because there's a lot of confusion coming in here at the end. In your guidance, though, extracting the lesson, Six of Swords. And where will you find that lesson? Where will you find that? It's in your pain. So the Nine of Voices here is sadness, trauma, nightmares, pain, depression, like whatever it may be. You need to really get to the bottom of these feelings. What is this low bubbling or brooding upset within you? Grievance, pain, resentment, something is boiling here at a very low level energy inside of you that you're not really, how do you say, I don't think you're allowing it to come to the surface. And this is where your lesson lies. So they say that your freedom lies in the darkest corner of your mind, where all the pain you don't want to face is. So you're essentially, we always try to, heal and run toward healing, and we're always like, it's a destination, we got to get there when I'm ready. You know, we gotta let this go. Time heals all wounds, blah, 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 blah. Healing is an experience. It's not a destination. As long as we're trying to get there, we're never gonna get there because we have to actually stop running and turn around and face our pain and sit with our shadow and allow healing to wash over us. And it is a gradual experience that happens the more we are able to sit in comfort and in peace with our wounds. And that is where the key lies for you to find this lesson. And that is your guidance. Before you make any decision, before you move forward, maybe ask this person for some time. Maybe say you need just a moment to gather yourself. Because at the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Five of Swords, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So 2 5s. And the Five of Swords is conflict, resentment. The Five of Pentacles is separation, abandonment, leaving someone out in the cold. I'm not getting that as the ultimate outcome here. I'm getting here that if you don't take a break and really get on board with how you feel, it will only create separation, resentment, conflict, and a breakup or some sort of rift in the connection, a large wall between you two. So that is something, you know, you need to gather yourself, what were these crystal cards saying? It says here, breaking through emotional trauma, anxiety and worry flooding your mind, letting go of angst, harmonizing your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical self, bringing inner peace, opening the third eye so you can actually see yourself. Yes, you need to go deep within yourself at this time and really just get a sense of knowing and trust what you find and go from there. I don't think you've really had the time to do that. Let's pull some inner guidance messages for Pisces. Okay, peace. Look at that. Keeps coming out here. You got the Four of Swords. It's in both of the crystal cards and right there. Inner guidance messages. Find your peace. Be still. Keep quiet. You really need to take this moment to yourself. She need a moment. Overwhelming. You feel a little overwhelmed. Maybe that's why you were agreeable to this person. But that is never, ever, ever a good place to be. Because that means you're not living for you. And not to say we can't ever do things or live for others, but you gotta go along for the ride, you know? Flowing. You kind of maybe understand that you maybe think, okay, so a lot of times people think they're going with the flow or flowing, when really they're just either trying to force something or, on the other end, in this case, being agreeable and just going along. That's not going with the flow. Going with the flow would require communicating expectations, needs, touching base with each other, setting goals, setting intentions, making sure that's in alignment, and going with the flow of each of your knowing, each of your truth. Otherwise, it's resistance. If one party is not speaking and just being agreeable, or vice versa, being, trying to force something, it's not flowing. Stop identifying with it. So we often make things so personal when in reality nothing is personal. We just assign meaning to things and then look belong. So the message I'm getting here is that you want to really be still and keep quiet to see if this is where you belong. But you got to stop identifying with some sort of pain here, because that's keeping you stuck on the surface. It's not allowing you to go deeper. So stop identifying with some sort of pain here. Release neutralize the context, and really look at this on a understand, what meaning did I assign to certain actions, certain behaviors, certain things. If we all assign a meaning to something, but at its core, for example, this would be someone yelled at me. Okay, neutralize the context. A verbal altercation happened. The story I told myself, or the meaning I assigned to it, was that this person did not care about me or how I felt, and therefore was disrespecting me and demeaning me. That's, and then you use positive assumption. If they're, also communicate with the person, obviously, but you want to talk to them in this way. So positive assumption. Maybe they were just having a bad day, and maybe they are stressed with their family, and they took it out on me mistakenly. Okay, or they misinterpreted something I said. There, positive assumption. And then you communicate that to this person in this way. You say, when we had a verbal altercation, so the neutralized context of it. So when we had a verbal altercation, the story I told myself was, and then you say, that you were demeaning me and you did not respect me and yada, yada, yada. And then positive assumption. However, maybe you were just having a bad day. I understand we all have bad days. And I know you're going through a lot with your family at this time, and maybe you just misinterpreted what I said, but, can we, and then request, or your need, you state your need after that. Can we work through this together so we are able to find a solution? It's really important that we're able to solve problems together. That's something that I value a lot. So there you go. That is opening up a door. You've stopped identifying with it. You've taken responsibility for how you feel. That opens up a whole new pathway of communication with this person. Now, that will allow the flow to go, but really that way you're stating your needs, and then you guys can flow from there. But you might feel overwhelmed. First of all, you're going to feel overwhelmed not doing this, but you might feel a little overwhelmed starting to do this in the beginning. But this will ultimately bring peace to the situation, okay? So Pisces, really go inward and take into maybe watch this over again. I know that was a lot of information, but for those of you this resonated with, that is all I have for you today, and I really hope it helped. Thank you.
Feel like we reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign. Where's your devotion?